Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2025 WWE Raw Recap Episode 21, which was live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening. What was your favorite moment of Monday Night Raw? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Also, this video is sponsored by W Energy Drinks. Are you looking for a new energy drink that leaves you jitterless, and being able to handle and focus on any task available? Then go check out W Energy Drinks today. Go to www.w.gg or search in the Google search bar W Energy Drinks, and they have a multitude of different flavors to choose from, including pineapple splash, tiger's blood, push and punch, and so many more. And if you want to try them all, they have sampler packs from 3 flavors to 6 flavors. And if you want to buy in bulk, they have the 4-pack tub and the 5-pack tubs. Each tub will make you 90 energy drinks, so definitely worth the investment. And if you're looking for a new bottle or a shaker, they've got a multitude of different designs as well. They got a red sword fighter jug, they got green anime power up shakers, and so many more. They also have shirts and hoodies if you want to check out their merch. And if you don't like making the drink, they also have the 12-pack of 12-ounce cans in mango orange cream and strawberry banana. So definitely go check them out. And when you get to checkout, make sure you use promo code NikkiDRussas, 12 characters, no spaces, all caps, NICKYDRUSSAS for 10%, yes, 10% off your entire order. So go check out W Energy Drinks today. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of all my future videos. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have an amazing day, and without further ado, let's get to this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Was live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening, and we kicked things off straight at the commentary desk with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, as the two of them made a bet about the Eastern Conference Finals, and if the Pacers won, Michael Cole would have to wear a tank top on commentary, and if the Knicks won, Pat McAfee would have to wear a suit. Well, the Pacers won in 6, so Michael Cole stripped down to an Indiana Pacers tank top, and he commentated the entire episode in said Indiana Pacers tank top. Before we had CM Punk arrive to kick off Monday Night Raw properly, came down to the ring, talked about Money in the Bank, and how he needs to be a 2-time three-time actually Money in the Bank winner. And he said it all starts tonight. And then he started to talk about John Cena and all the flaws in John Cena's heel turn, before he was interrupted by Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn said, first up, congratulations. CM Punk responded by saying, well, normally I don't like being interrupted by you, I don't like being interrupted, but by you, it is okay. And Sami Zayn was saying he's got no hard feelings, but he did admit that CM Punk's current goal and Sami Zayn's current goal of being world champion is the same, and there's only room for one at the top of the mountain, let's be honest. And but Sami Zayn said CM Punk needs to focus tonight and to be able to get the win tonight. That he said he needs to focus on AJ Styles, on El Grande Americano, and take his mind off of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And that's how we kicked off Monday Night Raw. Then we had Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez along with Roxanne Perez in the back. Roxanne Perez offered her assistance tonight, but Liv Morgan declined, saying she's going to go out there and handle herself in the ring before running into Io Sky, saying that when she wins the Money in the Bank contract, she's going to be cashing in on Io Sky to become Women's World Champion yet again. And just like that, we were into our first match of the evening, which was a Women's Money in the Bank qualifying match, the final qualifying match for the women, as we had Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Valkyr versus Ivy Nile in a triple threat match. And Liv Morgan and Ivy Nile started to double team Stephanie Valkyr right out of the gate before Ivy and Liv got into it, and Ivy ended up taking control. Stephanie got back into the match by taking out both Liv and Ivy, and just like that, Valkyr was in control. She was able to hit a devastating Devil's Kiss to Liv Morgan, followed it up by hitting another devastating Devil's Kiss to Ivy Nile, and just like that, it was broken up by Liv Morgan about 5 slams in, and Liv Morgan was able to take control. She was able to channel her inner Dominic Mysterio and hit the Three Amigos before targeting Ivy Nile, and ended up hitting running uppercuts on both Ivy Nile and Stephanie Valkyr in separate corners, before eventually Ivy Nile was able to dodge Liv Morgan and get control of the match. Followed it up with a beautiful double suplex as Ivy Nile was in control going to the commercial break, and when we returned from the commercial break, Stephanie Valkyr was in control, ended up hitting a dragon screw on Ivy Nile for a 1-2 broken up by Liv, and then Stephanie Valkyr and Liv Morgan got into a slugfest, which Liv Morgan came on top of, and Stephanie Valkyr was able to get herself back in the fight by hitting a kick. Then Liv went to the second rope, and Stephanie Valkyr joined her, and Ivy Nile took advantage, able to hit a double power bomb for a 1-2 kick out. Then Stephanie ended up getting a roll up for a 1-2 kick out. Ivy Nile following that up for a 1-2 kick out. Stephanie Valkyr for a roll up for a 1-2 kick out. And that's where Liv Morgan came in with the double code breaker, attempted to pin both women for a 1-2 kick out. And then we had a slugfest ensue between Ivy Nile and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan attempted to put it away with Oblivion, but missed. Roll up for a 1-2 kick out. Then Liv Morgan was able to hit Oblivion, but Ivy Nile came in, throwing Liv Morgan out of the ring, taking Liv Morgan out of the equation entirely, and then went back into the ring looking for the pin, broken up by Liv. At that point, it was Ivy Nile and Stephanie Valkyr in the ring. Stephanie Valkyr was able to hit the SVP 1, 2, 3, and Stephanie Valkyr defeated both Ivy Nile and Liv Morgan to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match, as she will join Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, and one other inside the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match this Saturday, as then we went backstage and we saw AJ Styles. He was approached by Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman told AJ Styles that he should go after Dominic Mysterio and the Intercontinental title, and leave the Money in the Bank briefcase to Seth Rollins. AJ Styles responded by saying, "I don't take kindly to threats. And I really feel like you're threatening me in this situation." And then after that, we had a Rusev promo where he talked about Sheamus and how he is going to break Sheamus, and Sheamus should not have gotten in the way of the dominant reign that Rusev is going to have. And right after that, we had Sheamus with the Alpha Academy and Natalia. Sheamus was congratulating Tozawa for standing up for himself, and he was saying it takes a lot of courage. And Sheamus ended up talking with Kathy Kelly, and Sheamus ended up saying one thing he doesn't like is a bully, and he ended up calling Rusev a bully, and that's how we wrapped up hour one of Monday Night Raw. This week's episode of Monday Night Raw was live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening. And we kicked off hour two with a tag team match as the War Raiders were taking on the Judgment Day. And Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston of the New Day was at commentary for this match. And Finn Balor and Eric started things off. And Eric was in control of this matchup early on. Finn ended up cornering Eric. And that's where the Judgment Day really started to take control. Finn Balor was able to tag in JD McDonough. JD McDonough was putting the boots to Eric in the corner, took him into the other corner where he shoulder tackle and a chop, before Eric ended up fighting out, getting the tag to Ivar, and Ivar started running wild, sent the Judgment Day out of the ring, and then they ended up proceeding to go outside of the ring, and Eric hit a power bomb with Ivar onto Finn Balor and JD McDonough, and then the New Day ended up getting involved before Jessica Carr ended up throwing out both Xavier Woods and New Day and Kofi Kingston of the New Day as we went to the commercial break. And when we returned from the commercial break, Judgment Day was in control. JD McDonough tagged in Finn Balor. Finn Balor tagged in JD McDonough for a pin 1-2 kick out. And the Judgment Day was doing a good job at this point of cutting the ring in half before Ivar started to get some kicks in of his own and started to get fired up for the War Raiders. Ended up catching JD McDonough and hitting a beautiful spinning side slam, and just like that, both men were down. Ivar was able to get the tag to Eric. JD was able to get the tag to Finn Balor, and Eric was able to run wild from there until he missed a clothesline, and then Finn Balor attempted a 1916, which he missed. Then Eric came back with a clothesline, followed it up with a running knee for a 1-2 kick out, and then Finn Balor was able to find a way to reverse the War Machine for a roll-up and a 1-2 kick out, and then JD McDonough was able to hit a beautiful moonsault. Finn Balor went to the top rope at this point, attempted coup de grace, ended up missing it. Ivar ended up responding by splatting out Finn Balor, and then Ivar hit a running leg drop before Roxanne Perez would get involved. Ivar would go face first off the post. Finn Balor was able to go to the top rope, hit the coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, and just like that, the Judgment Day defeated the War Raiders via pinfall in a tag team match on Monday Night Raw. Before we had a promo from Becky Lynch, and she started to run down Lyra Valkyria, talking about how her best accomplishment was retaining the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch at Backlash, and Becky Lynch tried to leave this one to bed, but then she talked about how Lyra Valkyria ruined her opportunity at Money in the Bank. So she said it was very personal this time around. And then we had Stephanie Valkyr backstage, ended up going face to face with Rhea Ripley about Money in the Bank. And then Lyra Valkyria, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, showed up, and she really wasn't having talking by herself out there. So she ended up immediately saying, I've got some stuff I want to say to Becky Lynch, but I want to say it to her face. So Becky Lynch, get out here now. And Becky Lynch arrived, and immediately Lyra Valkyria cut her off, saying, nah, you already had your time to speak. Lyra Valkyria ended up saying she needed to get turn into an angry version of herself. And Becky Lynch said at Money in the Bank, Lyra Valkyria, you will be raising my hand. And Lyra says, why wait until Money in the Bank? Let's give Tulsa a preview tonight for a fight. Becky Lynch declines, ends up trying to walk away, but Lyra Valkyria ain't having none of that. Sprints after her and attacks her on this entranceway. And that's how we wrapped up that segment. Then we had a promo from Penta talking about what he's going to be doing on Saturday. He ended up saying that there's nobody in the Money in the Bank ladder match that is as hungry as Penta. And Penta said he's going to use that fuel as motivation to climb the ladder and win the Money in the Bank ladder match. And that's the promo we had from Penta. Then we had our next match of the evening as the World Heavyweight Champion. Main event, Jey Uso was teaming up with Sami Zayn to take on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And Jey Uso and Braun Breaker started this matchup off. And Braun Breaker kicked it off by slamming Jey Uso right to the mat. And he was in control of the match early, just like that. But Jey Uso did start the fight back, was able to hit a Pele kick for a 1-2 kick out. And then Braun Breaker started to speed up to 23 miles an hour, hit a nasty clothesline, took immediate control of this match as we went to the commercial break. When we returned from the commercial break, Bronson Reed was in control of this match as he was beating down Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn, the resiliency, ended up fighting back, but not for too long, because right after that, Bronson Reed ended up getting control, and Braun Breaker was able to use dirty tactics from the apron to really affect this matchup at this point. But Reed ended up getting the tag to Braun Breaker, and the double team ensued. Braun Breaker was able to hit a jumping knee for a 1-2 kick out before he tagged Bronson Reed back into this match, who went to the top rope, but Sami started to fight back as he hit a beautiful tornado DDT, and just like that, both men were down. Bronson was able to get the tag to Braun Breaker. Sami Zayn was able to get the tag to Jey Uso, and Jey Uso started to run wild. He hit another beautiful Pele kick, but Braun Breaker hit an amazing spinning code breaker for a 1-2 kick out. And just like that, the straps came down and the titties were exposed to Braun Breaker, and he was running wild and ended up running himself right into a super kick from Jey Uso for a 1-2 kick out. And then Jey Uso attempted to put in the sleeper, which Braun Breaker was in for a little bit of time before Bronson Reed showed up and broke it up, which triggered Sami Zayn to get involved in this match. Then Bronson Reed missed a splash from on the apron. Sami Zayn attempted a cross body, caught by both Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Jey Uso then hit a suicide dive, wiping out the whole field on the outside. But Seth Rollins came out of nowhere, stomped the World Heavyweight Champion, and at that point this match ended. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn was able to defeat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, but it was only by disqualification. And at this point, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins targeted Sami Zayn, set him up on the announce table as Bronson Reed was looking to squash out Sami Zayn from the top rope all the way through the announce table with a tsunami. But CM Punk shows up, saves the day, steel chair in tow, and ends up scaring away Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed for the moment. And then we had another Judgment Day promo in the back. Liv Morgan was talking with Finn Balor, discussing Roxanne Perez and everything that's been going on with the Judgment Day while she's been gone. And just like that, that's how we wrapped up hour 2 of Monday Night Raw. This week's episode of Monday Night Raw was live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening, and we kicked off hour 3 with Kairi Sane going one-on-one with Raquel Rodriguez, and Raquel Rodriguez had Liv Morgan in her corner for this match, and Raquel was in control of this matchup early, but Kairi Sane was able to hit a running forearm. Eventually, Raquel Rodriguez ended up catching Kairi Sane and swung Kairi Sane right into the apron, and behind the referee's back, Liv Morgan kicking Kairi Sane, and then Raquel Rodriguez threw Kairi Sane into the ring for a 1-2 kick out, and then Raquel Rodriguez started to show off the power, hit a clothesline on Kairi Sane, hit a second one, hit a third one, went for the pin, 1-2 kick out, and Raquel Rodriguez was dominating this match, ended up squashing Kairi Sane in the corner with elbows. Raquel Rodriguez ended up slamming Kairi Sane into the top rope, nasty landing for Kairi Sane there, but Kairi Sane was able to get her bearings and slap Raquel Rodriguez. Then Raquel was able to catch Kairi Sane into a suplex. Kairi Sane was able to hit a DDT from there, and just like that, both women were down. And as they were rising to their feet, they got into a nasty slugfest. Kairi Sane was able to hit a kick to the neck of Raquel Rodriguez. Then Kairi Sane was able to chop Raquel before hitting a blockbuster. And at that point, Kairi Sane was starting to walk the plank. Ended up hitting a running forearm. Liv Morgan got involved at this point, but to no avail. Io Sky's music hit as she arrived. Raquel Rodriguez went head first off the ring post, laid out in the middle of the ring. Kairi Sane went to the top rope, hit her insane elbow, 1, 2, 3, and just like that, Kairi Sane defeats Raquel Rodriguez via pinfall on Monday Night Raw. And after that, we had Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross in the backstage area once again, and Sami Zayn has really had it with mysteriously just running into Karrion Kross randomly backstage. Sami Zayn ended up saying, what's your issue with me, dude? Why do you keep following me backstage? And Karrion Kross told Sami Zayn that he's really a bad guy, just trying to play a good guy. Karrion Kross went as far as to call Sami Zayn a liar. Really love what we're doing with Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. Can't wait to see him backstage again next week. Then we stayed backstage because we had Jey Uso sitting backstage before Gunther arrived and sat with him. And Gunther ended up saying that Jey Uso has been a very good champion up to this point, but his reckless actions of defending other people is going to cost the title for Jey Uso. Gunter ended up questioning why Jey Uso was teaming up with Cody Rhodes at Money in the Bank when you have to deal with me 2 days later for the title. He's saying that type of reckless attitude of wanting to be in everybody's corner is really going to come back to bite him. And Gunter ended up saying in 1 week the party's over. Jey Uso said 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. And just like that, we was on to the main event of the evening, the final qualifying match for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match this Saturday from Los Angeles, California. We had AJ Styles versus CM Punk versus El Grande Americano in a triple threat match, and AJ Styles and CM Punk attempted to double team El Grande Americano to start this match off, and just like that, we had Punk and Styles squaring off. AJ Styles was able to hit a beautiful drop kick, but then El Grande Americano found his way back into the match and hit a crossbody, followed it up with a Hurricanrana before CM Punk hit a nasty running knee. Then AJ Styles went off the post and hit a forearm to CM Punk. Then El Grande Americano ended up taking out AJ Styles. And at this point, CM Punk was having fun with the match as he attempted to unmask El Grande Americano to no success. Then El Grande Americano took out both CM Punk and AJ Styles before we went to the commercial break. When we returned from the commercial break, CM Punk and El Grande Americano were on the top rope as AJ Styles was able to hit a back suplex. And then we had CM Punk hit a top rope elbow, and just like that, everybody was down. CM Punk, though the first one back to his feet, was able to hit a clothesline, followed it up with a spinning neck breaker, and El Grande Americano, just like that, took out CM Punk. Then AJ Styles went for the pin, 1-2 broken up by Punk. Yes, El Grande Americano then hit a crossbody for a roll through, and AJ Styles ended up taking out both men, attempted to pin CM Punk for a 1-2 kick out, then attempted to pin El Grande Americano for a 1-2 kick out, and El Grande Americano at this point locked in the ankle lock. CM Punk, though, was able to come to and attempt to go to sleep, but he in turn got put into the ankle lock. AJ Styles then hit a Styles Clash on El Grande Americano, 1-2 broken up by CM Punk, before we had a slugfest, which led to CM Punk hitting a neck breaker for a 1-2 broken up by El Grande Americano, and then both men were reversing each other's finishers before El Grande Americano hit a moonsault for a 1-2 kick out, and then CM Punk hit the go to sleep for a 1-2 jumped by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, who ended up pulling CM Punk out of the match, and then Jey Uso and Sami Zayn arrived to help even the numbers, and then AJ Styles ended up taking out everybody before getting back in the ring, lining up for the phenomenal forearm, but when he went for it, El Grande Americano had a loaded mask, hit a headbutt on AJ Styles, 1, 2, 3. El Grande Americano defeated CM Punk and AJ Styles via pinfall to qualify for Money in the Bank. But at this point, there was all-out warfare. Braun Breaker ended up hitting a spear. Seth Rollins ended up stomping out Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins ended up stomping out CM Punk. Braun Breaker hit a spear on the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso. Seth Rollins, for the second time tonight, stomped the Jey Uso. Bronson Reed hit a tsunami on both CM Punk and Jey Uso. And then Bronson Reed hit a tsunami on Jey Uso exclusively. And that's how we ended this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. And that was the 2025 WWE Raw Recap episode 21, which was live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening. What was your favorite moment of Monday Night Raw? You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Also, today's video is sponsored by W Energy Drinks. Are you looking for a new energy drink that leaves you jitterless and able to focus on the task at hand? Then go check out W Energy Drinks today at www.w.gg, or go search W Energy Drinks in your Google search bar today. Go check out all their amazing merch, and when you get to checkout, make sure you use promo code Nikki D. Russis, 12 characters, all caps, no spaces, NICKYDRUSSAS for 10%. Yes, 10% off your entire order. So go check out W Energy Drinks today. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video? Go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future videos. And if you want to see some more of me, Nikki D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained for well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nikki D. This is the Nikki D channel, and I will see all y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.